Hey folks, Jimmy Z coming at you live from Philadelphia. Actually, it's not live because you're watching this video on YouTube or something like that, but it sounded good, so I thought I'd say it. Anyway, what I want to talk about today is how to increase your cash flow on lease option deals. We all know that lease option deals are a phenomenal opportunity for us investors who are savvy enough to utilize them effectively and correctly. You know, heck, who doesn't want more cash flow? Of course, we all do, right? So I'm going to talk about a strategy that really not a lot of people that I know implement or use or even know of. For the life of me, I don't know why you wouldn't use this strategy, or at least attempt to use it, if you're doing lease options. So here's what just a little precursor. What is a lease option? A lease option, when selling, is a technique that allows you to rent the property to a tenant buyer and grant them the exclusive right to purchase the property for a certain period of time. In consideration for granting them that exclusive right to purchase the property for a certain period of time, you would typically get a deposit, 3, 5, 10, 20% of the purchase price, which then, of course, is counted towards the purchase price on the back end. So, all right, how to increase cash flow on lease options. You got somebody come through your system, looks like they want to do the deal, and it looks like they'd be a good fit, they want to do it, so you or your assistant, your virtual assistant, sets up a meeting where you go over some things with the tenant buyer and basically collect a deposit to get the ball rolling and then to set up closing. All right, so here's my little script, if you will, as to how to get more cash flow each month from your lease option deals. So let's say that we've got a property that you're lease optioning out where the rent is, I don't know, let's say it's $1,000 a month, all right? So $1,000 a month rent, and you're sitting down with Mr. and Mrs. Jones, who are dying to buy this house. It's their first home, and they're just thrilled to do business with you, all right? So here's how your conversation might go, something like this. All right, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, I looked over your information, everything looks good, and of course we haven't done we've got to set up closing, that kind of stuff yet, but from what I can tell, everything looks phenomenal, and I want to thank you for taking the opportunity to meet with me here, and I think it's going to be a win-win. Tell me, you guys saw the house? Yeah, we saw the house. What'd you like most about it? Oh, we love the neighborhood. Great, neighborhood is phenomenal. All right, well, let's get down to business here. Now, as we talked about, the monthly rent is $1,000, correct? Yeah. All right, now, that's not going to be an issue for you, is it? No, not an issue at all. All right, let me ask you this. I think you guys are a very good fit for the home. I know you're going to love living in it, and so I'm going to throw an opportunity out there, and if you want it, great. If you don't, no big deal, but it's too good not to at least give you the opportunity. So $1,000 a month is the rent. Let me ask you a question. How much more could you pay each month if every dollar above and beyond the $1,000 went towards the purchase price? In other words, you know that $7,500 down payment you're making? Oh yeah. Well, every dollar above and beyond $1,000 that you pay in each month will go towards building up that $7,500 purchase price. And here's what's great about it is here's what it means for you is that's less money. The more you put down, the more you build up that down payment to be, that's less money you have to borrow on the back end, and therefore less money you have to pay interest on. Of course, it's better not to pay interest on. It's better to pay money on less interest on less money than more money, isn't it? Well, of course it is. Great. Well, how much more could you pay per month? Well, Jim, we don't want to make too big a commitment, but we could probably do another $250 a month. All right, great. So $1,250 a month, and I'll go over this at close and give you the information, but that's going to be 2 checks, one for rent, one towards additional deposit. Okay, great. I'll mark that down here, so I write it down. One more thing, and again, I don't want to put you in any kind of financial hardship, and I don't want you to bite off more than you can chew, but what I'm about to offer you, really a lot of people take really good advantage of because it's a phenomenal opportunity. Let me ask you this. So you've agreed that you're paying in $1,250 a month. How about if every dollar above and beyond the $1,250 not only went towards the purchase price, but I also matched it dollar for dollar by reducing the purchase price? Here's what I mean. Let's say you want to pay in another $250 each month for a total of $1,500. So not only would you be increasing your down payment by $500 a month, but you'd also, the purchase price would come down $250 every single month that you paid in the $1,500. Does that sound like it'd be a win-win for you? Well, shoot, Jim. I don't know if we can do another $250, but we can probably do another $150 for a total of $1,400. Sounds good. So to summarize, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, we've got $1,000 rent, $400 a month towards the down payment that you'll realize in the back end when you purchase the property. And then, of course, I'm reducing the purchase price $150 every month, provided you make these payments, as we've talked about, and that'll come off the top. So, all right, sounds good to me. That's the end of the script. put your own personality into it and do it however you want, but that's really the gist of my conversation with tenant buyers insofar as it relates to increasing the cash flow. So do you see how in just a matter of 5 minutes, I've increased my cash flow in this property by $400? You know, most people buy a house, rehab a house, list the house with an agent, rent the house out, and deal with crappy tenants for $400 a month. Here we're making an extra $400 a month in 5 minutes. Pretty good stuff. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Hope you benefit from it. And more importantly, I hope you implement it. And I would love to hear about how you've successfully implemented it. All right, for now, I'll talk to you later. Thanks.